All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make that right connection. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tuck, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confession. Everything goes smooth cause I stay on the move and make them right connections. All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make them right connections. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tuck, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confession. Everything goes smooth cause I stay on the move and make them right connections. Everything goes smooth when it's stay on the move and make them right connections. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all know y'all should be well aware of what type of time we on. When you see Cari, baby, next to me, y'all already know the vibes. We are here to make the cultures connect. Ain't that right, Cari? What's going on with you, man?
What's going on in the kitchen? Well,
talk shit.
The whole thing through sound check. If you know, you know, right?
Yeah. That's the phrase that pays. If you know, you know. Ain't even nothing to talk about. You feel me? That part. What's going on with your gang? Shouts out to everybody that's tapping in, man. Y'all already know the vibes. We appreciate y'all for tuning in every week. We really appreciate y'all. Shouts out to Just TV, man. We are streaming live on Just TV on SSH 101 on Roku. Shouts out to the NCG network in Italy. We tapping in with them. Philly Jams 95.3, Jams 95.3, Indie 101, iHip-Hop, Address the Culture, Underground Radio, C, Just FM. We out here, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. We appreciate y'all tapping in. What's going on with you, Cari?
What's going on? Well, okay, first of all, I just messaged you, but I'm like, we need our little ticker going on the bottom here because we need everyone to know.
Yeah. You already know the vibes.
Because everyone needs to know where we are and all that good stuff. So, it's been an ongoing topic and debate about hockey, and so, we just had like another guest on a little while ago, and we were talking about sports and promoting our teams where we live and all this stuff, and I'm a little bit disappointed in my team right now, which, I'm just going to leave it at that because
But see, you don't have the right to be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the right to be, because you're a pancake. You know what I'm saying? and you be
no, my favorite team is doing great. I'll just leave it at that because I don't like to be the pancake. However, everyone's entitled to their favorite teams. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's put it at that. And then it's just like, I love my city. Don't get me wrong. I just want to see just a little bit more push in the good direction. Okay. So
as far as the teams.
London, she's like, Cari, I didn't know you like soccer. Sure, let's just stick with that. Oh, hey, speaking of soccer, so there was like once in a blue moon, I'll just kind of I like to scroll through Instagram and just kind of see what's going on, and it's just interesting to see. But there was this post saying that Messi was out for dinner with his family, and then it was like, then they show the whole overview of where the restaurant was, and there was probably thousands of fans just outside his restaurant. And I'm going, oh, they can't just go and have a nice dinner out, So I think this is one of those things.
Who was this?
Messi.
Okay.
So when you're famous and you just want to have a night out, what are your thoughts about that, Big Wall? Because it's like, we all, it'd be nice to be known and all that kind of stuff and whatever. But it's like, I personally think that, they just want time with their families, their friends, whatever, that they should have that time to be able to just go and be left alone, But then we know with rich and famous or just famous or whatever, that it comes with the territory that people are going to find out where you are, paparazzi gets out and all that, right? So it's like, the price you pay, right? So what are your...
It's kind of two sides to that, you know what I mean? When you actually kind of think about it, because once you become famous and you reach a certain level in your career, you become public property. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When you have people who contribute to your career, if that's coming to your movies, buy your music, buy your
Yeah.
clothing, when people be in your life, they kind of feel invested in you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if it's just watching you know what I'm saying? That people feel invested in you. Shouts out to the culture game.
Woohoo.
And like I said, like so that's that side of it because I get it. You know what I'm saying? And you be out one people be wanting to talk to you, sign autographs, so on and so forth. I kind of feel like that's dope. You should never get tired of that. I never, you know what I'm saying? For me personally,
Hmm.
somebody coming up to you, wanting to talk to you, wanting to do anything. Like
Yeah.
you should never get tired of that. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no.
Even if it's
Like
a
I
lot.
think that's,
But
yeah.
but
Like
at
you
the
want
same
to address
time,
your, yeah.
but
Go
but
ahead.
at the same time, it can get kind of crazy. Now when you dealing with those extreme fans and those people like even Princess Diana, allegedly she died by being chased by paparazzi. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
paparazzi they climbing over your fence, taking pictures through your windows.
Yeah.
When it get to that point, then it could get a little crazy. But if you outside, at dinner you know what I'm saying, out and about, and somebody come up to you and want to approach you, even if you eating, even if you with your family,
Yeah.
there's no
It's
wrong
gonna
with taking
happen.
some time out just to acknowledge somebody. Because to be honest, um, it takes
Mhm.
courage to walk up to somebody. You know what
It
I'm saying? To
does.
even just be like, man, I rock with you so much that I just want to walk up to you and take a picture or just talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it
Because you
does.
can
It
come
takes a
off
lot of gumption to do
it
that.
do.
Like, that's my favorite TV star, my favorite player, this or that. And usually, for the
yeah,
most part, they are good. They are
yeah,
really,
yeah.
they're humbled by it. They're like, okay, yeah, they came over, and usually they will. But it's like, like I think London put in there the same thing. She's like, yes, alone time is needed, helps you recharge, have to take a step back. So even like maybe booking a restaurant and that you're alone would be a different situation and be like, okay, sneak in the back and
Yeah,
that. But I
yeah,
think it's still going to be like it's going to be leaked somewhere, right?
yeah,
Somewhere out
yeah.
in the media, someone's going to see you sneak in there and be like, oh, that's messy. I'm going to sneak in there and whatever. But yeah, like I don't know. It's one of those. Oh, like you said, it's good you see the stars, your favorite players, and then they're like, yeah, sure, come over. And it's like that moment in time where it's like you're never going to forget that, right? You're going to be
Yeah,
like, oh, I
yeah.
got the autograph or I got the picture. And you just like, and some people don't some people don't post it on social media. They're just like, I have this picture and it's just
No,
there.
but best
you know
believe in today's time, it is definitely going on social media. They definitely they they finna run
yeah,
it up. You
not
know
just
what
a
I'm saying?
picture, it becomes
Oh man,
alive. It's
oh
like
man,
we're live
they
here.
running it up. They
Yeah.
running it up for sure. You know what I'm saying? And speaking about running it up,
Yeah.
we got an amazing guest tonight. Y'all already know, man. When we like to bring you artists that they kind of doing their thing, man. Keep their foot on the pedal. You know what I'm saying? Constantly pushing the culture forward. And tonight is no different, right, Carrie?
That's right, absolutely. This guest this evening that we do have now, it's actually interesting because I had him on Underground Radio C about a year and a half ago. And this is when he was in the group called Hood Fellas, not
Okay,
Good
okay.
Fellas, Hood Fellas. And so this is a
Say that.
Canadian, it's a Canadian artist. So a lot of our shows we've had American artists
Yeah,
artists
yeah,
from the United States, from down below, as
yeah.
from Big Wall side of the world. So now I turn to be able to say, hey, Canadian proud, and let's have on our artist. So this artist actually came to my studio and was there in person. And we did our interview with him and a couple other people from his group at the time. So now he's more of like a solo artist, if you will, and he's doing some projects and everything. So he wants to come on tonight and talk about his album that's going to be released. It hasn't been released yet, but it's going to be released. So his name is John Dresden. We're going to welcome him in. And yeah, I was actually going to have him just on my platform tomorrow I was gonna just do like an afternoon kind of a show, but I was like, it would be good for everyone to sort of have that Canadian influence and see what's going on over here because, like I said, we always usually have artists from the States, which is great. I have no problems with that at all.
Yeah, yeah,
But just
yeah.
to,
But see,
give let's
that's what
get
it's
Canada
about.
get Canada
That's
on
what it's about. That was the whole vision of this show, to
that.
kind of make the cultures connect, as we say. We just didn't pull a name out of
That's
thin
right.
air. You know what I mean? We are trying to blend
Absolutely.
so, people from over on my side of the world get to see artists over in Canada, you know what I mean? And really globally. That's the
Mhm.
influence that we have. Fortunately, we are able to be seen globally. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
such a
right.
blessing. So we,
Absolutely.
we want to have artists that represent that. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
right.
tonight ain't no
Absolutely.
different. It ain't no different. So that's what we here to do, man, and that's what we gonna
Mhm.
keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That part.
So it's good to have him on and we'll be able to catch up and see what he's been up to because I I'll have artists on my platform and then I haven't I don't hear from them for a while. Some people some of them will send me updates on their music and hey, check this out, check this out. So I haven't really quite heard from him in that little while. But yeah, so he's like, oh, I've got another album and he's like, it's time, I gotta come back on. And I've had a few artists hit me up and they're like, hey Cari, I need to come on. I've been working so hard, all this. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'll get you on when we got
Yeah,
time, you know?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. Well, you're
Well,
just
we,
going
we
to have
got
to,
time tonight, so we ain't gonna waste no more time. We're
so
gonna
bring
go on here
John.
and bring them in. What's going on
Absolutely.
with you, fam?
There we go. Can you hear us okay?
You gotta unmute it.
We can't hear you, nor
We
anyone
can't
else.
hear you.
So we'll try this again. Bear with us as we get him in here. Because some people do get busy and they can't quite get in right away to the show. So we'll give them a minute.
Mute your mic. Yeah, there you go. Can you hear us?
No.
Okay. Go out and come back in.
Yeah, go out.
Go out and come back in.
Try again.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, this is a live show, and we deal with live situations. You know what I mean? And again, like we were saying before we brought them in, that's
Yeah,
the whole point of this show. You know what I
that's right.
mean? We want to be able to merge the cultures and bring different artists to get different flavors when
Hmm.
it comes to the music and even just lifestyle. Because the more and more I'm doing this show, like I'm realizing that, like, you know it's bigger than music. You know what I'm saying? You would
Yeah.
think it's kind of close from where you at and where I'm at, but just understanding just the way people live is so much different. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't think that. You know what I'm saying? Beyond the music. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I know. It's absolutely crazy because, weather-wise, and then we've had
Yeah.
pandemic-wise. Pandemic, I think we've had similar experiences in that case. But yeah, lifestyles, like you said, artists are a bit different and genre is a little bit different. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like similar experiences, but not quite exactly the same. So it's like, okay, and then the touring and everything, like the tours are even different. Here we go.
Yo, can you hear us?
You can hear us, but
We
we can't hear
can't hear
you.
you.
There, I'll
we
just
can't
message you the questions. You message back.
we can't hear you.
Try your mute.
It okay.
One sec. Okay. I messaged him. I'm like, just come back in after. Go out and come back in. So we'll see. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
but
But
the
yeah,
Wi-Fi seems to work the same everywhere, doesn't it?
yeah. We got it. We got one problem down. You know what I'm saying? It
That's right.
looked good. Now we just got to work on the sound. You know what I'm saying? But
Maybe
yeah,
we can read lips. We can read lips.
have a side
Yeah,
show. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
We're pretty
Yeah,
sure that it's muted, but he's got
yeah.
to
We think
figure
it's
out.
muted. Definitely LP. We definitely think he's muted. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna figure it out. It's a
That's right.
live show, so things happen when you go live. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But yeah, but that's what we were saying. You was going to speak about the lifestyle. What was you saying? Just the living. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? From
One day
beyond
to
the
the next
music.
day. Well,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
okay, one thing that I actually didn't know was in New York. Well, I mean I've known this now for a little while, but New York doesn't have, and I don't, Chicago's probably similar to Calgary where you have like grocery stores, like a lot of grocery stores
Hmm.
kind of scattered throughout. So New York doesn't have a lot of like grocery stores. So it's like they have
Yeah,
more
they
delis.
got the bodegas and yeah, the little corner
Yeah.
bodegas. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
a
I was like,
fact.
so, but I was like, so like how much money do you spend on groceries for one meal compared to going to like a place and just buying like a pre-made meal, right?
Yeah,
So it's the
yeah,
same kind of
yeah.
situation of like, okay, so inflation is kind of like hitting both the States and Canada. So it's like, okay, so is it cheaper to eat out or is it cheaper to buy food and eat in, right? Is the
Hmm.
question.
Hmm.
And so I was like,
Hmm.
so maybe New York had it right the whole time where they could just buy fresh food and it's already made and then you could just eat it as you go, like, grab something for
But
lunch
but
and
look, but now you know when it's already made for you, they add some extra money on top of that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It'd
that's
be
true.
a little cheaper
Convenience.
to cook things for yourself. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you
And
prefer though? I mean, like, are you more of like the buy your groceries, make your meal at home, or or takeout, or you
to be
mix?
honest, yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. It kind of depends on the day. It kind of depends on the
Yeah,
situation. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just easier to, go ahead whip something up in the crib. You know what I'm saying? But other times it'd be more convenient to just go to the restaurant or try to figure something out. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't
yeah.
even eating restaurant food. Like I'm recently just starting to eat restaurant food because of the pandemic. I ain't trust restaurant food for about 3 years. Like no cap. I ain't not a not a nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm slowly getting back into the rhythm of things. Like that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trust nobody. You can't touch my food. You can't cook it. I gotta see you. No, no, we not playing no games.
Oh my goodness. What about like drive through, like takeout? Like, don't
No,
you like
no,
no?
no, no,
Not
no,
even.
no. You're not finna cook my food with you breathing COVID up in there on my sandwich. No, no. You know what I'm talking? No. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
One.
want nobody cooking. So I'm recently just starting to
Okay.
eat. You know what I'm saying? And
All
so
right.
it's been about 3 years. It's been
Yeah.
3 years.
So
No restaurant food.
let's hope you don't get sick and ruin the
Look,
experience.
don't do that. See, and it's gonna be your fault. See.
Oh my goodness. Did you breathe on my burgers? Right? That's the thing. It's like I
That's
I'm
a
the same
fact.
though, because
Don't
I'm like
breathe on my burgers. Nothing.
I'm very much a mix, but lately I've been like more eating at home because of like what I'm doing for Lent. So Lent, because we're Catholic, so
Hmm.
I'm just like we're I'm doing something called a Black Fast. So right now I have one meal a day after sunset, usually after like 5 p.m. my time. And so like there's no dairy and no meat. And then like Sundays it's like your cheat day, your free for all and special days
Okay.
and whatever. So it's like
Okay.
yesterday we had like a excuse me, a special day. It was Saint Feast of Saint Joseph. So it was like free for all. So
Okay.
I'm like,
Let's see.
oh, here we go. Let's see. Here we go.
Can you guys hear
Can you
me?
hear?
Yay!
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, now no one
I
gets to
had to go get
reference
a
it.
headset.
There we go. You
Okay, let's
know what
see.
I'm saying?
Yes,
There
sir.
we go.
Welcome to
All
the
right.
show, brother. How you doing, man?
I've been a little better, but I'm now I got the microphone is working.
Oh,
Okay.
yay. That's like the
All right.
situation to get in here, Everyone's got their thing. No, we talked about all this COVID. Now I'm coughing. This is horrible. It's my throat's dry. My throat's dry. I'm sorry, guys. John would
Well,
know
man.
Alberta weather gives you like dry
Oh
everything.
yeah, definitely, especially in
Yeah,
the winter.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
We
Well,
just
well,
hit
well,
spring.
what? Well, one thing that is not dry, you know what I'm saying, your hustle, your ambition, you know what I'm saying? So kind of tell us, a little bit about how you got started, you know what I'm saying, how you came into a position where you kind of wanted to pursue this music thing, like for real, for real.
I started in 2011, believe it or not. That was a
Okay.
long, many moon ago. And then it's just been on like Donkey Kong ever since.
So talk about a bit of how you got into starting your music because it was like you were with the Hood Fellas for a little while, so you kind of started with them, and then you kind of branched
Correct,
off on your
correct.
own. So go into a little bit more detail of because I remember our interview, and you got to speak a little bit, but you didn't get the limelight because everyone else was there. So
Yeah, we
now
had
this is
Kid
your
and
time.
ROC.
Exactly. So now
Yeah.
you can kind of tell your backstory.
Everybody was just trying to get this stuff in.
That's right. Exactly.
So,
Yeah. So give us a little bit about like, okay, why you decided to be like, okay, I want to be an artist. Um, kind of where you
mm,
started musically, and then kind of build up a
it
little
was
bit from there.
actually it was actually accidental. I didn't even want to be a rap artist, but I was like, I got to do something. How long are you gonna be friends with somebody who does nothing? They don't drink coffee. They don't play checkers. You don't do nothing. I was like, no. Because actually, before this, I was a professional wrestler and I dislocated my rotator cuff. And I was like, well, I got to do something else now. I got to go back to the drawing board or the drawing board. And it's been on ever since. And I signed a deal with Sony. And then I just did one with Universal and with Freeway Rick Ross right now.
Oh, that's dope. The real Rick Ross, huh? As they say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's what's up. But look,
Yeah.
hold on. This the culture connection, player. You know what I'm saying? I can't let you speed past the fact that you was a professional wrestler. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Look.
Because
look.
Okay.
we have
Look.
to talk a little bit of sports on this show because I just kind of like I've been
Look.
back in the flames a bit. So now we have to change this up a bit.
Look.
Okay.
We got to talk about that, man. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah, I wrestled
big industry.
alongside Bret the Hitman Hart,
Oh, that's dope.
Rikishi, all those
Okay,
dudes, man. Yeah, I
okay,
was pretty up there. I was pretty up there. And
okay. That's dope.
I would go on like month long tours. And then, like I said, got hurt. And then I was like, got to do something. Can't just play checkers and drink coffee
Yeah,
all day.
yeah, yeah. That's dope, man. That's dope.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
What made you want to be a wrestler? Because like let's just be honest. Like when you kids, you watch it. You know what I'm saying? And you a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a
Right.
fan of wrestling and that Bret the Hitman Hart, Shawn Michaels, Razor
Hulk
Ramon, like that
Hogan.
era. You know what I'm talking about? So like I get it. But like as a kid, what made you really think that you can like actually transition into being a wrestler?
I built an arena in my basement, and
That'll
then
do
from
it.
there, yeah, I did the
Mm-hmm.
backyard thing, and I was like, "This is kind of boring." And
Mm-hmm.
then my first crowd I performed in front of was like 2,000 people, and then I was like, the bug bit me, and I was like,
Yeah. It was up
"Yeah,
from there, huh?
this is it. This is gonna
Yeah.
be what I'm gonna do."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
when I dislocated my rotator cuff,
Yeah. How long did you wrestle for? And one of the culture gang was asking, what was your wrestling name?
oh, it's just Dresden,
It was
same as
just
my
Dresden.
rep name. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Well, because everyone wants to go look it up now. That's the thing.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. So you transition once you injured yourself wrestling, and you transition into the music. So what was that process like? You know what I'm saying? When you get into the music,
I
was it
didn't have
something
no
that
stage fright. Tell you
okay?
that. I
Yeah,
didn't have no
Right?
yeah,
stage fright, so
yeah,
rap was just second nature.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
What
who was
was
your influences? Like when we talk about just your music and your style, who are some of the people that you looked at and kind of tailored your career after, so to speak? Because we all got them. You know what I'm saying?
You mean rappers or?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what, dude? I do rock music, honestly.
Okay, okay.
People see me and they're like, rappers don't wear that. They're like, what's going on with this guy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I've always
Well, that's the
been,
thing. Go ahead.
I've
Go ahead.
always been, yeah, I've always just kind of went B roll with it. I always did things differently.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Yeah. And I think that's why Tiffany gains them all the time. My A&R saw me. He's like, "Yo, you did that Sony deal?" I was like, "They ain't paying me." And he's like, "Why don't you come over here?" I was like, "Where's over here?" Then I got on Universal. I've done songs with Tech Nine, songs with Hops, and people, artists of that nature. Anyway,
Mhm. That's
so
dope.
yeah, I just continued doing it.
Yeah. Talk about one of
Mhm.
the tours that you did back in
Which
20.
one?
Talk about your latest tour, the last one.
Oh, I got the newest album I got coming out. It's got Stevie Stone. It's got Slain, Right Hook, all these dudes, and they respect the grind. They see the hustle. They see the ambition, and I'm like, okay, there we go.
Yeah, that's
Feed
dope.
in.
Shout Stevie Stone had him on a platform as well.
Yeah.
And he's a dope artist. So it sounds like the artists and the caliber of the artists that you're working with, are heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? People who've been making their way through the game. If you could go back and give yourself some advice, what would you tell yourself,
Hmm,
the younger you? If you could give the younger you some advice, what would you tell yourself?
don't party so much. Yeah.
Stay
but why?
so you pretty
But
much
why? We
just stay
want
focused. Focus
yeah,
up a
stay
little bit more,
focused.
huh? Yeah.
Yeah, because it was always one thing after the other. I'm like, okay, I'm here tonight. I'm here tonight, and didn't turn out too well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's one thing about partying is it can be fun to begin with, and then it can kind of get into bad habits and bad company and on to a
Yes.
bad lifestyle. And that's what we don't want, right? Because it leads you away from, like you said, Big Well, your goals and your ambitions of what you really want to do. And you're wasting your money away with drinking.
Yeah.
And then it can go into what, drugs? And then you can go into,
No, I don't do no drugs. No
yeah.
drugs for me.
But for other people, it could get that way, right?
Yeah,
So,
you see that eventually here and there, but
yeah,
Yeah.
not
yeah,
me.
no.
So that's pretty much it. That's what I would tell myself. It's just
Okay.
slow it
Hmm.
down, take it
If,
easy.
Yeah.
if you could change something about the industry, what would you change, man?
Um, Artists got to get more credit for what they're doing because, like, I got songs of Elton John and motherfuckers don't even respect it, and I'm like, oh, give the guy credit where it's due.
Mhm.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's legendary. You know what I mean? On whatever level you talking about, just to be able to work with somebody like Elton John, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that's been in the game and put so much into the culture. You know what I
Yeah.
Yeah,
mean?
and then they don't get
But
any credit for it.
yeah,
No. No.
yeah,
That's
That's a
ridiculous.
lot in the music industry is, there's remixes and there's other, features and things like that. And a lot of people don't get credit for what they have going on. Like I know for years and years, like I didn't even know that Ed Sheeran wrote so many songs for a lot of artists until he released one of his
Yeah.
albums where he was actually singing with all the artists on it. And I was like, that was what, a few years ago, like 5 years ago or something. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, when you did that song
You
with
know?
Eminem, I was like, whoa. What do they call that one?
I can't remember the name of
I
it,
can't
but yeah,
remember.
yeah. But Ed Sheeran had
I
that
know what
whole
you're
album
talking
out. Yeah. And it was like, wow, he wrote all that. But it wasn't until he came out and said, no, I wrote a lot of these songs. And then he did all these features with each artist. And that's the thing. And so even Big Wall, you're the same, being an artist, you know, having like, how do you feel about that situation where there's not enough credit going around? Do you
I
find like,
mean,
about. I think that's
okay,
ridiculous. It's
yeah,
ridiculous. It's because
you
like
feel it's ridiculous?
you put so much work in and nobody even respects it.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay,
but you
Big
know
this
Wall, what
what?
do you
camera
think?
is tripping me
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
It's
try
the
and hold
opposite.
still as best as you can. It's okay. It'll be fine. You'll get through.
Yeah, yeah. Just being an artist in the music industry, that's just been what it is. The music industry is one of the dirtiest industries. You know what I mean? It's a lot
Yeah,
of sharks to say the to say the least. You know what I'm saying? It's a shark
that's
tank. So you
true.
really got to know the business because your music could get taken. You know what I mean? Your publishing could get taken. Your royalties. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so much bigger than just getting the credit from an artist standpoint. You know what I mean? And that's why a lot of artists write for other artists because honestly, you make more money when
I
you
won't
producing than you
ghostwrite for
write.
anybody. I'll keep
No, but I'm just
my
speaking
own
about
stuff.
I'm just talking about the industry. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's
In
a lot of
general.
like in general. It's like how she spoke about Ed Sheeran. You found out that he wrote a lot of songs, and a lot of artists who are big, they done wrote a lot of songs for other artists. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
that's how you get your credit. You have to make sure your business is right when it comes to the music industry. You know what I mean? And that's the only way.
Royalties.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's
What do
the
they say
only
on
way
Trailer
you can
Park
get it right.
Boys? Royalties.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Can you
yeah.
guys,
That's a fact.
because I want to know, I want to know something. This is something that was kind of on another show that I was watching earlier today about royalties. How much does someone get in royalties for their music? The
Depends
artist
on how much of a
itself
split you
and
got.
okay, how much?
If you're lucky, you get a 70-30 split. Sometimes,
Between
if you're
who?
really lucky
Hmm.
with the label, it just depends on how many sales, how many people are buying. Like labels, just they won't give stuff out no more.
Hmm.
You got to break your back, and then a lot of them don't even pay.
Yeah, interesting. Is that
Yeah.
why do you guys think that's why a lot of people are more artists are becoming independent is because of that fact? Big Wall, do you think?
Yeah, it's a lot of independence going on. You know what I mean? But the most important part about it is the marketing and the promotion. You know what I mean? That's really where an artist should really be focused on. Trying to get that light. You know what I mean? Because the music, um, honestly, is the easiest part of it. So especially when you're talented, making dope music. That's just what you do. You've been doing that before you had a deal or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So it's about the light. So if you have a label or something somebody in your corner that can help generate
Hmm.
that marketing and that promotion for people to want to know you or listen to your music and invest their time and their money into you, then that's what it's really about. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
for me, when you talk about those type of situations, that's really what you can get from a label. You know what I mean? Not the distribution. because you can do that independently. You can put your own music on Spotify and all
Yeah,
that.
you can go on CD Baby or whatever the heck you
Yeah,
want to do.
yeah, you can do all that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Do that
that's really
alone.
what it's about. Hmm.
I used to think being on a label was going to be the end all be all.
Yeah,
This is my second deal, and I still have nothing to show for it. I'm like,
Oh.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
pretty
To be
much.
honest, to be honest, once you get your deal, that's where the work starts. Like people
Hmm.
really think once you make your deal, get a deal, like that's where the rich and the fat. No, like that's really when it's time to work because you could lose that deal. That deal don't represent nothing. You know what I mean? It's really like a loan. And to be honest, no labels not out here giving even signing artists to deals no more. Like where you would get $1 million or some cash up front. Like those days are over with. You only doing that
Yeah.
with artists who have
When you get a
established themselves.
signing
Nah,
bonus only means that you're still
it's a
paying it out.
loan.
You gotta
It's a loan.
Yeah.
It's a
pretty
loan. It's
much.
no difference from going to the bank and getting the $75,000 loan on a house. Like you gotta pay that
Hmm.
back. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
not nothing given to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why just a
That's
little
why
trick.
it's discouraging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah.
can be. It can be. That's why the
Um,
more independent you are, the better. Because you could save some of that money. If you got your own studio, you can record your album on your studio, and that keeps in your budget. Now the label don't have to charge you for recording. If you take your own pictures, the label can't charge you for taking your pictures. If you shoot your own videos, the label can't charge you for that. So then you keep that money. Those are little jewels that you do. The more independent you are, the more money you keep. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
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 Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
What did
It's
London
kind of
say?
discouraging because like you've been in this for how long, and it's admirable, but you still got nothing to show for it. That's what really upsets you.
Yeah. Yeah.
but
But the thing is, though, I mean, there's probably a couple good things out of it, though, is that when you go on tour, then you get kind of your
you got to
flowers
have
that way. You have all your fans show up, you get, your names are on the posters, you get, known around that, okay, you're showing up and you're at these events. So people understand and they see you in action. So they know who you are, what you sound like, and how much work you put into being, especially on tours, because you're going to all those locations. It's not just, one venue and then you're done. You're on tour. And if you're on tour
every
across
day
Canada,
almost.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work. So that's where you get your recognition highly is that way. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. I wanna ask you this, brother.
Sure.
Everybody talk about the internet, you know what I mean? And kind of I hear kind of the frustrations, you know what I'm saying, in you when we talk about just the music game, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of interested in your view on this question. We talk about the internet, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people say the internet was dope for the industry, and some people say it was the worst thing that happened to the industry. Just from your viewpoint, how do you think the internet has impacted the music industry?
Well, social media is a big thing at this point. It's gonna do what it's gonna do, but like if you don't have merch and if you don't have this and this and this, it's not gonna matter anyway. You could be the best rapper in the world.
Hmm.
Nobody's gonna care.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's pretty much it. You can go up there every night. Like I rap 3 times a week almost, and it's not gonna matter. Are you guys there?
Yeah, we're here. We're just giving you the
Yeah, we
spotlight.
here. Yeah, we was
Yeah.
we yeah
Go
we was
ahead.
just
Oh,
letting you.
Keep
Yeah, we was
talking.
just letting you talk. You know what I'm saying? Because people want to hear that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Don't
like,
stop. Just keep
yeah,
on,
yeah. We just letting you talk when we talk about before we let you get up out of here, man. I want to ask you one question. If it's an
oh, I'm
artist
being
that's
kicked
watching,
out already.
no,
It's
no,
hard
no,
enough
no.
getting in here.
No, 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 because like I
Oh
said, bro,
man.
it's something that I kind of want your viewpoint on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like you've been in the game and you didn't kind of moved as far as working with big artists. Building your
Mhm.
career, like you said, you done had 2 deals. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you
You've
learned it.
been through
You
a
know what I'm
lot.
saying? So like,
It
if
doesn't
it's an
matter though.
artist, but see, that's what I'm saying, and that's
So
kind of the
what?
question I was going to ask you. If it's
Yeah.
an artist that's watching you right now, you know what I'm saying, and they kind of want to get in the game, and looking to be an artist, what advice would you tell an artist? You know what I'm saying, trying to get into this game.
Don't become a rapper. It's gonna be the worst waste of time. You
Oh
can
my
go as
goodness.
far as you want. You can go as far as you want, but it's still not gonna
Okay.
matter.
Three good reasons why. Three good reasons why.
Tree fitty.
Three or four.
Trio.
Let's go. Give us three good reasons why.
Oh man.
Why it's a bad decision or a
Yeah,
good
you just said it's a
decision?
bad decision. You said don't choose rap, but why? There's got to be the whys behind it. You have to give the viewers something to
Mm,
feed off of and think of and be like, maybe he's right or maybe he's wrong, right?
true enough.
Yeah.
You might get lucky and you could blow, but you could. But the thing is, there's the three reasons are it's not only like a grueling task, it is discouraging. And number three, it's well, I guess one and two are the same. Number two is you're gonna spend a lot of time and you're gonna get a little mixed up on some stuff. And then three,
Mix up how?
well, you could have as many deals as you want, but it's not gonna matter. I'm just being honest.
Okay. Well, we're hearing you out. We're hearing you out. It's all good.
Okay, so number two is hmm, there are reasons. All I'll say
Gotta
is
make you think.
it is a bit of ugh, kind of a headache, but you could get lucky. You could, or you'll
He's
just
laughing because he does rap. So
well, I guess that. I'll ask you the question then.
Shouts out to the coaching gang. Definitely not a waste of time being an
We
artist,
shouldn't have got
especially
this guy on here.
if you're in the plans is in God gives talent. It's not for you to just sit on when you become a rapper or a singer. You become a leader. Shouts out to that. You know what I'm saying? They disagreeing with you, man. They feel like you being grim, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, but again, I get it. I get it, man. Like you're not the only artist that I've heard, have this viewpoint when we talk about the industry, man. Like it's a different type of grind, man. It's a different type of hustle. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of gotta, you know, you got to kind of take the bad with the good. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this platform is about, man. We want to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? And just
I'll give you
keep
the
doing what
ugly
you do.
then.
Yeah, I hear. I hear.
Just being honest, that's all.
Yeah,
That's all.
I mean, but that's what it's about, man. You know what I'm saying? We want you to speak your truth. You feel me? But look, man, tell everybody where they can find you at, man.
yeah.
All you know what I'm saying? Tell them your
You
social
can find
media
me
links,
on
music.
TikTok, Reverb, Twitter. Where else? Facebook. Everything is John Dresden. You can find me anywhere. I am literally the only rapper named John Dresden, which is I did get lucky for that.
All right,
So
all right.
Awesome. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
look,
thank you,
man.
John, for coming on this evening. It was good to see you again and see what you're up to. And yeah, it's too bad you weren't able to perform for us this evening, but things happen. Of course, that's just the way it is. And yeah, so we'll have to have you back over maybe on Underground Radio C sometime in the next few months, and then we'll catch up again there. What do you say?
Yeah, my DJ took off. I don't know, he
Yeah,
forgot.
that's okay.
No, no,
I can
it's
leave you
all
all with
good,
a
bro.
verse. I can leave you all with a verse. I don't know.
Look,
And
look, look,
not
look.
today.
No. What we gonna do? Cause we got a segment called Shower Studios. You know what I'm saying? Where we have artists come on and they perform. So we just gonna save it for that. We're gonna spin a block and we're gonna
Yeah,
have you come on when you got everything set up, and we'll just do a whole little event. You know what I'm saying? It'll be better that
Yeah,
way. You know what I'm saying?
I texted my DJ and he's like, "Frick, I forgot." I was like, "How do you
oh, it's
forget?"
okay. That's all right.
Frigging
People
guy.
will
But
get busy. That's okay. That's all
we
right.
appreciate you for coming through, brother. Thank you.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys for having me, man.
All right, man. You have yourself a good night. All right.
I certainly shall try. Okay, peace.
All right.
There you
Yo,
have it.
look. Hey, I respect this honesty. I respect this
Yeah.
truth. You know what I mean? And it's not like, somebody who hasn't seen success. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, he didn't work with Tech Nine. He didn't work with
Hmm.
Steve Stone. Shouts out to Steve. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
We got a joint coming out too. But it just shows you in this game, man. Like, people think it's so easy for you to succeed in this game. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
takes a lot of moving parts.
Dedication,
Yes,
hard
yes,
work, a
a
lot of
lot of hard work.
good days, bad days. You're gonna have days where people come through.
Yeah,
That's just all the proof of it. Like, even on our live shows, we always want a nice smooth show, and we always, think it's always going to be daisies and roses and all these great things, and we're gonna, but life happens sometimes,
yeah,
and some people can't get in on time, some people this, so that we try and make it all work. And we want people to have a good experience and have fun and
yeah,
talk their truths and be able to share a little bit about their life and what they've been through, just so that you guys also learn and see that on the other side of what they have to go through, like, it's not always easy. We
no,
always
it's
want to
not.
rely on people, and sometimes they can't make it through. So what do? You have to come through yourself, right? And that can be
Yeah,
hard sometimes.
yeah,
So that's the example that, he showed up tonight and his buddy wasn't going to be able to come on and he did it himself. So that's
mhm.
a lot of gumption there. Just like we said, going up to someone and saying, "Hey, can I have your autograph in a
It takes
restaurant?"
guts.
Lots
It
of
takes
guts to be
guts.
able to do that.
and,
So
and,
yeah.
and it took guts for him to speak his truth. You know what I'm saying? That's
Hmm.
one thing about it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he said, man, he didn't have two deals. He didn't been with Sony and
Yeah.
Universal. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
And he didn't work with big artists. He's touring. What he say? He do shows 3 times a week, and he's still in
Hmm.
a position where he feel like he's still pushing. So that lets you artists know out there. You know what I mean? When you learn from people who have been in those different positions, just
That's
because
right.
you get a deal, what I'm saying, that's really when the work starts. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's
Yeah.
why, the artists that I work with, shouts out to LP, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? We had those conversations, and
Yeah.
you got to put the work in, you know what I'm saying? You got to grind, you got to put a certain level of commitment because it's not
Yeah.
easy, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
one thing about
Oh,
it, you
yeah.
got to have a budget. You
You
have to
do.
have a budget, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you
Absolutely.
don't have a certain budget, you're not going to reach the heights because the
Yeah.
market is so flooded. When we talk about music, it's so much music out here. You know what I mean? So in
Hmm.
order for you to kind of cut through the fat, you
Yeah.
gotta have a certain budget. You
You
know what I
do.
mean?
Yeah.
And
Especially if you're going to be independent, then that's
absolutely,
the hardest
absolutely,
thing. And not just your
absolutely,
budget, but you need to have a support system in place if you're going to be doing that. Then just
one hundred
know
percent.
how much work there's involved. So by all means, if you're going to be independent, be independent. All the power to you. Like Big Wall says, you can go out there, you can do what you want, kind of a thing. But also just kind of weigh the pros and cons between the two, right? that's what you
Yeah.
have to do. And that's with everything in life. You know, it's, you can't just, you know, like, well, London, she put up a nice little comment there saying, you know, her thing is why pursue the career if you're not happy with waking up doing it. So that's the thing, right? So you may go, okay, I do want to be a rapper. I want to get up and I want to do this. And you try doing an independent label. Maybe you do get on to another label. But at the end of the day, are you happy? Are you happy doing it? Are you doing it for yourself? Who are you doing it for? So those are the questions you have to go into. You know, if you want to be in music, if you want to be in acting, if you want to be in anything, check and see with yourself and be like, why the whys of it? Why am I doing it? You know, every single day you're waking up doing it. Assess your life and see that why you're not happy, because that's what it is about, right? Do what you love to do, and if you can get paid for it, as they say, even better.
It's not a job, you know what I'm saying? You doing what you love to do. It don't feel like a job, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I've always tried to follow that motto, you know what I'm saying? So shouts out to everybody that tapped in. Y'all heard from us. Now we want to hear from you. Like, comment, subscribe, join the culture gang, join Underground Radio C. Join Address the Culture. Join Just FM. You know what I'm saying? And check us out on Just TV. Y'all already know the vibes. Let us know how y'all feel. Let us know if it's any artists y'all want us to try to tap in with, to bring on a platform. You know, the questions that y'all wanted us to ask them. Y'all already know we not ducking, no smoke. You know what I'm saying? So next week, we're going to be back. You know
we will be back. Next week, we're hoping for some Shower Studios. Wait, just before we close. Okay, we need just 2 more artists to come on Shower Studios. We want to have a Shower Studios next week. Okay, I just want to put it there. That all we need is just 2 more artists. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Reach out to us as soon as possible. Okay, there.
Yeah, look, because the thing is, we need the right 2 artists because we want to kind of put the music together. You know what I mean? So the show can flow. You know what I'm saying? So reach out to us. Let us know if y'all want to tap in, man, because y'all already know the Shower Studios is something that we really look forward to doing because it gives the artists an opportunity to perform and let our audience hear the music. You know what I'm saying? Right. They be tapping in, man. So y'all already know the vibes, man. Next week, we got another dope interview with you. For you, you know what I mean? As well as the Shower Studios, we probably mix something in, talk to the artists a little bit, and then let them perform. You know what I'm saying? Right. So y'all already know the vibes, man. We'll be back next week with the same type of vibe, same type of energy. Y'all already know. So until next week, I'm your boy Big Wall.
I'm your girl Cari, and
this is the Culture Connection. And like I always say, your culture makes you who you are, so make sure they respect it. We're going to catch you on the next episode. We up out of here.
All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make that right connection. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tuck, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confession. Everything goes smooth cause I stay on the move and make them right connections. All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make them right connections. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tuck, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confession. Everything goes smooth cause I stay on the move and make them right connections.